This book here was written by Sarah Collins. So the book was written by Sarah Collins. Okay, she was the writer for this book. So who was the book written by? It was written by Sarah Collins, right? The book was illustrated by Emily Dawkins, right? All of the pictures in the book were drawn by Emily Dawkins. Okay, so tell me, who were the pictures in the book drawn by? They were drawn by Emily Dawkins. That's right. The book was published by Green Books Incorporated. Okay, so that is who the book was published by. This is Jumanji. It is a movie. Okay, and this movie was released in 2017, I think. So this movie was released in 2017. And you can see the list of credits here. So the movie was directed by Jake Kasdan. It was written by Chris McKenna, Eric Summers, Scott Rosenberg, and Jeff Pinker. That is who it was written by. Who was the music created by? Well, the music was created by Henry Jackman here, as it says right here. It was created by Henry Jackman. The cinematography was done by Gyula Pados, and the editing was done by Steve Edwards and Mark Helfrich. The casting was done by Nicole Abellera, and it was also done by Gene McCarthy as well. Who was the production design done by? It was done by Owen Patterson. And the art direction was done by Steve Cooper and Hugo Santiago. And finally, the set decoration was done by Ronald Rice and Ken Chocolate. So there you go. And this film was released in 2017. This is a very old castle. And these people are coming to see the castle. It's like a tour for tourists to come and see the castle. And the tour guide here will tell them, so everyone, this castle was built in 1454. That's right, the castle was built in 1454. And it was built by King Henry I. So it was built in 1454 by King Henry I. So it's a very old castle. It's so old. And then somebody here will ask, sorry, who was the castle built by? Who was this castle built by? It was built by Henry I. And somebody else may ask, when was the castle built? And she would say, it was built in 1454. This woman here is angry because when she got to her hotel room, it looked like this. So there was stuff everywhere. It was a big mess. When she went into her hotel room, it was a big mess. So she went and complained. And she says to the person working at the hotel room is a mess. It's not clean. It should be cleaned, right? And the hotel owner says, what do you mean? The room was cleaned. The room was cleaned. The beds were made as well. The carpet was vacuumed also. The whole room was cleaned. I don't know why you are complaining, because the whole room was cleaned, actually. I don't understand. And she says, no, it wasn't cleaned. It wasn't cleaned, because if you look at my room now, it's really messy. And then the hotel clerk thinks, and he goes, okay, I know what happened. I think I know what happened. I think that you were given the wrong key to your room. Yeah, I think you were given the wrong key. So you were given key number 5 to room 5, but actually you were given the wrong key because the room key that you need, is key 27, because your room is 27. But unfortunately, you were given key 5. So you were given the key to the wrong room. So I'm very sorry. So this is yesterday, and this is today. And she is telling her friend what happened yesterday. And she says, oh, something bad happened to me yesterday while I was on the train or the bus, I think. While I was on the bus, my phone was stolen, right? My phone was stolen while I was on the bus. I was robbed. Yesterday, while I was on the bus, I was robbed by someone. My phone was stolen by someone. And her friend says, didn't you notice anybody stealing your phone? You did not notice somebody taking your phone from your bag? And she says, well, no, she says, I think that while my phone was being stolen, I was thinking about something else. I was looking out the window and I was thinking about something else while my phone was being stolen. So as my phone was being stolen, I was thinking about something completely different, and I did not notice that my phone was being stolen at that moment. In 2023, this vaccine was created. It was created in 2023, and it was released to the public. It was released to the public in 2023 as well. But while this vaccine was being created, the team of scientists had many problems. While it was being created, they had problems with the money. The government did not want to pay the money. And then while it was being created, there was lots of arguing within the scientists. And while it was being created, while the vaccine was being created, there are many problems, and it was very difficult time. So this man is on the phone with his friend, and he's explaining why he could not come to the party last weekend. So he's saying, well, honestly, I would have loved to come to the party, but I could not come, right? I had to stay at home watching my TV because I could not come to the party. And it's because my car, you see, my car was being fixed at the time. So I could not drive to the party because my car was being fixed. And as for the trains, there were protests happening with the trains. And these people, there were budget cuts to the salaries of train drivers, okay? So the government reduced the salary of the train drivers. And these budget cuts were being protested against at the time. The budget cuts were being protested against by the train driver. So I could not take the train. And like I said, my car was being fixed at the time. And so I could not drive either. And that's why I did not go to the party. So last week, this woman was at a job interview. She was at a job interview last week, but while she was in the job interview, while she was being interviewed by the interviewer, the fire alarm went off, right? Just at the same time, while she was being interviewed, the fire alarm went off as well. This girl is talking to her friend on the phone, and she is talking about the class she had yesterday, right? She's talking about the class that she had yesterday, and she was saying, well, it was really hard to concentrate on the class because while the class was being taught, the floor was being mopped by the cleaner at the same time. So while the teacher was teaching, while the class was being taught by the teacher, the floor was being cleaned at the same time. And it was very distracting for me. Thank you for watching. That is the end of the video. I will see you in the next one.